Okay, so I've been playing Raid a lot, and when I say a lot, I truly do mean a ton. It's been actually around like 13 hours, and I do want to say at least 7 or 8 of those hours were active playing time, including now that I've just been grinding this game. Now, partial of this reasoning was because I felt like I was a little bit behind because I was not on for at least a day or two, but the second reasoning was, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like the game just a little bit. Now, this isn't me shilling or anything. I will be telling you some pros and cons in this video, hence the reason I'm making it. But the one thing I can say right now, for a day 3 experience, I'm not really having too much of a problem with it. It's actually pretty darn fun, and it has made me enjoy the team building aspect. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Before we continue with the video, be sure to support my channel by clicking the link in the description and starting a new Raid Shadow Legends account. You'll also get $200 worth of free goodies, a legendary champion, as well as 4 awesome epics as you level up. Make sure to use the code Desert Queen as well to get another legendary if you do want to. And this helps out not only just me, but the channel a lot. So be sure to click that link and join me in Raid now. Now, Raid Shadow Legends, the absolute game that gets memed on so much here. You guys already know it's always going to be one of those games that's going to have a connotation to make fun of a little bit, but this isn't what we're here to do today. In fact, I'm going to be here to actually tell you guys every last thing of the real here, the pros and cons and the negatives and positives of this game. But the first thing, we got to start with some of the positives, because I want to at least make sure the video is getting off on the right foot here. Positives about this game is, honestly, there is so much to stinking do in here, and it's a little bit too much to do at times. I've been slowly getting through everything and have been looking at a different bunch of guides here, and the main things I've been trying to do is get gems to really get up my gem mine, or either just being able to get up a ton of my champions. As time went on, I'm slowly learning more about the gear system itself, and it is very fun with doing so. But the amount of content you have to do, I mean, like, we have campaign, dungeons, faction wars, arena even, and then eventually Doom Tower I've heard about is pretty interesting to look at as well. There's just so much that you have to look into. The dungeons isn't even just a simple one dungeon either. There are tons of them that you're going to need to farm to get up specific characters, some of them at time periods that aren't always going to be active, and others that may always be active. With all the content in here, especially with all the things that I've already been messing with, it's a lot of stuff. So it's easy to get overwhelmed, but I've still been paying attention here. But that's a plus in my book because, hey, I love grindy games here. So being able to actually grind out a lot of stuff with all the years worth of content actually is pretty darn fun. But the number 2 pro thing that I've been enjoying is actually building my characters. Now, I've been getting a little bit of help with building some of my characters. I found a website called Hell Hades here, and I think it's like one of the main websites that a lot of people go to actually build their characters. But I've been getting really in depth with some of the builds. Now, at first, of course, you could easily just use the reviews or the ratings here, checking out the recommended artifacts. But I came to find out this really isn't too helpful. There's certain characters such as like Tholin here over here that is running different sets. For example, the game itself recommends the offensive set and recommends its critical set, when in reality he's running something totally different. He actually can be running this set right here that I'm currently wearing, which is the lifesteal set that we get for free, but he also can wear the cruel set, which allows him to ignore enemy defense. There's countless amounts of gear sets that are able to be made. The one that I'm currently trying to get made up right now is this one here, which has Immortal being the 2-piece Immortal set, our 2-piece Perception set, and then I'm still trying to figure out what I want for the last 2-piece. I know that she works with speed here, but I know there's a couple things that you can really do to make this character work a little bit differently. And as I'm slowly going through it, I am enjoying kind of how in depth you can go with some of the gear pieces. And this isn't even getting into like the upgrading the gear pieces, the substats re-rolling, or any of that stuff. This is just the surface of finding out what gears are really good for the character. And I can find that as a huge pro. Some people may say it's a con because, of course, let's be honest here, there are a lot of set effects in this game here, and this isn't even all of them. Some of them are actually hidden a little bit as well. But for me, with all the set effects, it allows me to actually make each one of my characters a little bit unique. And although I'm pretty sure there's some meta ones or either ones based on PvP or PvE, I will at least say that right now it's been really nice. So I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I do love this part about the game. The other thing that I wanted to go over as a little bit of a positive here is just going to be the immense amount of stuff to do inside of the campaign. The campaign, I thought it was going to be your normal old steamrolling through. and I steamrolled through normal pretty easily. Hard mode started getting a little bit shaky, but man, I want to say the end of hard mode into brutal, it has made me start really try harding on this game. And I've been trying to make sure I 3-star everything, and that's just a personal thing where I like to complete everything as much as possible. And by doing so, obviously we're getting like lots of rewards and everything like that, but the problem comes down to your team has to be pretty darn strong. I ended up getting my starter champion, which is Kale here, and got him on the way up. Me being me, at the beginning of the game, I ended up picking him out just based off of AoE attacks here, and wizards always had AoE attacks, so I expected them to do the same. And comes to find out inside the community, this dude is actually one of the best people to go ahead and get up and quickly get up for your farming central. So I decided, instead of using my champion that we got for free, which was Tholin, I managed to start doing this with him because he actually is easier to go ahead and get up, as well as easier to what's it called, get to level 60, so we can start grinding the rest of our champions on up. So with this in mind here, I ended up doing all of that stuff, and it has made getting the story pretty easy, but also pretty darn hard too, because although he's supposed to be soloing this stuff, some of it he can't really solo, and I do have to build a team revolving around him, but he has to technically be a team of 2, especially if I'm trying to get like all the stars. You need to not only beat the stage, but have 2 or fewer champions, no losses, and beat the stage with no losses. So it's already difficult enough getting through all of this stuff here, but it's stinking fun, and I'm loving that. But that's mainly the pros that I've went over for now. Now let's get to the part that I know a lot of you guys are probably going to jump to, which is the cons, because everyone loves to hate on something that they just obviously don't want to try to play. But this game, when it does come to the con, there's only about 2 things that are some heavy gripes for me, and one of those things is going to be the amount of packs that they shove in your face. I mean, every single time I get through stuff here, immediately a pack is thrown in my face like, hey, you want to buy this, or you want to do this. That is fairly annoying. Of course, I'm pretty sure this is how they just meant to be, and it's perfectly fine for those people, but for me, I'm really just trying to enjoy my time and just enjoy what I got. There is literally price tags on anything and everything inside this game. Heck, passes you got in here, there's certain things that if I want to go ahead and get more stamina, of course I can use my gems, but gems cost money, and to get gems you're gonna need to, of course, either a hardcore grind or get slapped in the face with another gift box. So there's a lot of things that are really smacking in your face, especially when it does come down to pricings, and I think that's just one of the gripes I have. Nothing too heavy on it, but it is quite annoying to be smacked with that quite often. Now, number 2, the only other thing that I truly do have a gripe with, or I guess there's 2 more things that I can have a gripe with, but the main thing that I do have a problem with is stamina. I'm surprised. I thought I would have a lot less of a problem with the stamina system, but it seems like I've burned through this very quickly. I don't know, maybe it's just my thing here, guys, because of course I have not played with a huge stamina system in a minute. That really limits me from playing. Like, of course we have our turn-based games, right? That will limit you from getting certain things done, but I've recently been playing like DNA. I've been playing a lot of those games that really aren't stamina based anymore, and so when I'm getting back into the stamina system, especially, and I feel this way with P5X as well, I guess it's like an overall complex what is it called, stamina gripe now, where it just hurts. It hurts when you start to get low on it. You start to be a little bit confused, or start to make yourself not want to do certain things because you know you're not going to have enough stamina. For example, if we go ahead and check our campaign here just to continue going, and I need to make it to, I think, campaign 12-3 at 8 here, it takes around 8 stamina just to go up this. I only got 39 left. I don't got more like that. And guess what's going to get slapped in front of your face the second that you run out? Either it's going to be a paid pack, or either you're going to need to use your gems, which are going to require you to pay for certain things to get stamina back. It's just a personal gripe for me. Of course, obviously there's ways to get more stamina, and I'm pretty sure, since I haven't really tested a lot of the other game modes like arena and stuff, there's probably stuff to do, but I do want more stamina, and I'm pretty sure there's other ways to get it. So if anyone does know in the comment section, please do let me know. I'm also still waiting on some other things too. Now, my last and final gripe about this game so far that I've really hated is the promo code system. Now, I didn't think this would be a problem at the beginning. I remember, of course, getting my daily promo codes, going ahead and using it here, And it really was the problem. I saw 24 hours and I was like, all right, whatever. We're starting the game. We have a ton of EXP. We have a ton of stamina. It's not going to matter anyways. Kept on playing. And as I'm going through, I think this is technically my official 3rd day playing this game here. I do have to say, this promo code system is very much so annoying. Having a bar off on the amount of hours that we can have, or at least on the amount of codes that we can have, and it's based on our 24-day hours, is very much so annoying to me. And I don't like it at all, especially if I'm trying to play a little bit of catch up, because there's going to be certain things I won't have, but I know there's codes out there that I could very well try to grab, give me more give me more stamina. Like, I know there is a code out there with about 300 or 400 stamina that I was looking at on my PC list, but guess what? Can't get it because of course we're on our cooldown for our codes. So that is a huge gripe that I have, or at least a decent one right there. But still, I think the pros weigh out the cons anyways, because I've been having a lot more fun just using this game and playing it a lot, rather than just griping or being mad about it. Now, there's a lot of things, of course, I have not announced in here, and I'm pretty sure some people who are further inside the community are gonna be like, why didn't you mention this? Probably because I haven't found it as a threat just yet, especially when I am coming down to just grinding the game itself. But yeah, it's been interesting. I'm trying to get Tholin up for my next type of thing, and I want to do a video on both Tholin as well on Kyle here, or Kale, I think his name is said. Both of these characters are very, very good as well, but Kale I definitely want to do a video on because he makes things so much easier. Be sure to support my channel by clicking the link in the description and starting a new Raid Shadow Legends account. You'll also get $200 worth of free goodies, a legendary champion, as well as 4 awesome epics as you level up. Make sure to use the code Desert Queen as well to get another legendary if you do want to, and this helps out not only just me but the channel a lot. So be sure to click that link and join me in Raid now. I appreciate all you guys, and peace out.